Well, you've heard of Jackie Robinson and Hank Aaron, but what about the player who replaced Hank Aaron when he moved on to the majors? Her name was Toni Stone.
Yeah, her story is now being brought to life in a new play that critics are calling a home run. And we are thrilled to have star April Matthis with us today. Welcome, April.
Hey,
Thank
welcome.
you.
So listen, you are being called sensational. Critics are loving you. They're loving the play, but a lot of people never even heard about Toni Stone. So how much did you know? When did you first learn about her?
I learned about her through this production. Pam McKinnon, the director, asked me to step in for a reading about a year ago, and that was my introduction. I didn't know that she was an historical figure. I hadn't read the book yet. So once I was cast, that's when I dove into the biography, Curveball, by Martha Ackman, who we had the great fortune of having in the room during the rehearsal process, and just kind of dove in, trying to find out as much as I could about her.
Yeah, and she was, just to be clear, the first female to ever play big league professional baseball, which is amazing that we don't know more about her.
Period, yeah.
That's amazing. Were you even a fan of baseball when you came to this?
Baseball was new to me. I mean, you know, like we all had to learn some form of baseball in elementary school, and since then, you know, I hadn't really picked up a bat. So, you know, this has been just really fun for me to get into sports and, you know,
in this way,
in this world.
But how do you, because much of your dialogue is rattling off these baseball stats and doing this baseball mathematics, if you will. How did you like do that without wrapping? Did you have to wrap your head around the meaning of all those numbers?
I did, and you know, just what is considered high, you know, like what are good stats, and I had like a kind of, my dad, who hardly ever sees theater, I got on the phone with him and was basically like, you know, what's based on balls, like what's a ribby, you know, and then I had, for the actual numbers, like the memorization, I have like little, you know, mnemonics in my head to help me just remember the order, and the you know, some of the numbers repeat, and they're permutations of the same numerals, so that helps. But it's a
a
memory
accelerated master class. Baseball.
You do it beautifully, though. Bravo.
You know, and you're the only female on stage, which, you know, all your co-stars are men, but she was living in a world at that time where she was surrounded by men too. So I imagine that almost helps you kind of get into the mindset of Toni, experiencing kind of what she was surrounded by at the time.
Yeah, sure. And, you know, I have to say, given that it is so dominated by men, that whole world, the victory is when you are treated as one of them.
Right.
You know, like there's a lot of, what I'm noticing now in the show, there's a lot of teasing, and we tease the new guy, the young guy.
Yeah.
And when she participates in that, it's, you know, taking on a little bit of that, you know, maybe even toxic masculinity, but there's something about being considered, like, there's no joke you can't tell around me. There's no, like, conversation I'm excluded from. Although Toni herself said, you know, she would let the men have their time and have their male space, which, you know, the guys have their own dressing room, so they definitely have their own male space, and they do things without me, you know, and so you do get the sense of that isolation, but there's also, for me as an actor, there's something nice in the solitude that comes with that.
Yeah,
that's nice.
Well, I'm so happy that you're doing this play. You're getting such great reviews. I can't wait to see it. I know Jacque has already seen it.
Enough wonderful things about it.
Yeah,
it's
so
amazing.
Thank you for stopping by, and you can catch Toni Stone at the Laura Pels Theater now through August 11th. For tickets, head to roundabouttheater.org.
Thank you.
Thank